The war between Iran and Israel is not just affecting the Middle East, but also causing big problems for countries like India. According to SBI Research, if this war continues and crude oil prices rise to $130 per barrel, India's GDP growth could fall to just 5.1%, which would be a very serious hit to the economy. Well, this problem is happening because India depends heavily on oil imports. Almost 90% of oil India uses comes from other countries, and a big part of it, that to about 40%, travels through the Strait of Hormuz, a very narrow sea route near Iran. Now, the strait is very important because 20% of world's oil passes through it. If this route is blocked or affected by the war, global oil supply will suffer and prices will skyrocket. Even though India does not buy oil directly from Iran, it still suffers because oil from Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, and other Gulf countries passes through the same route. If tankers don't move safely through Hormuz, the supply will drop and prices will shoot up. In fact, oil prices already jumped sharply after Israel attacked Iran. The price of Brent crude rose from $69 to $74 just in one day. And since the war started, prices have gone up by 10%. Now, here history shows that whenever crude oil prices go up by $10 per barrel, it leads to an increase in inflation by 25 to 35 basis points in India, and GDP growth falls by 20 to 30 basis points. If crude oil goes to $130, India's growth would be really slow, and it will hurt the jobs, businesses, and the economy. SBI Research also pointed out that India has tried to protect itself from buying more oil from countries like Russia and the US since 2022. But still, India can't avoid the risk completely because most of its oil still passes through the Hormuz Strait. Now, this crisis is a reminder that India is very vulnerable to tensions in the Middle East. A major war affecting Iran's oil supply will not only push up the fuel prices, but also cause inflation in food, transportation, and electricity. This means life will get more expensive for the ordinary Indians and economic growth could slow down. SBI has warned that India needs strong energy policy, smart diplomacy, and backup plans to deal with this particular situation. The Iran-Israel conflict, which has been paused for now, is not just their problem. It's a global crisis that could damage India's economy if things get really worse.